Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Householders, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. In today's satsang, we will continue with austerity and yajnas. Adapt an attitude of constant worship. When a husband feels that it is the Devi or the goddess who is being worshipped in his wife, and the wife feels that it is the God who is being worshipped in her husband, and both feel that it is the divine Krishna who is being brought up as a child in their family, then all relationships become a constant worship of the divine self. You are worshipping God from morning till night, no matter how busy you are. So overcome the negative with the positive. Situations that present themselves before you may be agreeable or disagreeable, sweet or bitter. Both are needed in life and must be well utilized. If they are bitter, turn your mind to God and you will find a way to make the bitterness go away. But do not handle bitterness by bitterness. Do not handle negative with negative. For example, suppose one of the marriage partners does something wrong. The other person should not try to excel his partner by doing something even worse. If the husband stays angry for a day, the wife should not plan to stay angry for 2 days. That kind of attitude is absolutely wrong and counterproductive. The first impulse in everyone is always a blow for a blow. The moment someone acts negatively, the immediate urge is to act negatively right back. But a greater fulfillment of your deeper nature lies in cultivating patience and insisting on goodness. No matter how many times you may fall, you must exercise your goodness, your love, and your understanding to overcome the negative aspects of your partner's personality. Precise introspection. A great art that a householder must learn is introspection. Introspect, but introspect without sentimentality and with great perseverance. Every day you must wash your dirty dishes. If a dish needs scrubbing, today you do not sit back and think, today I'm scrubbing the dish and tomorrow it will be dirty again. So why should I clean it? Why not bang it and break it? You don't not brush your teeth every day just because you brushed yesterday. Where is the need? Same thing with your shower. So we do so many things on a regular daily basis without arguing. We should therefore continue to introspect on what is needed for our holistic progress. Much in the same manner, look into your mind day by day without sentimentality to see how it must be scrubbed up. When you see the errors in your personality, in your life, resolve to correct them. Do not think the same problem will repeat again and again. There are so many things to be adjusted. It is impossible to change anything. Little by little, practice introspection and try to correct whatever error you may see. God is within you. By His grace, you can accomplish amazing changes within yourself and also in others. You can promote harmony and peace in your family as well as among people around you. So let's move on to the five great yajnas or five great sacrifices. According to the Vedic scriptures, a householder should perform five yajnas or sacrifices. A yajna means a purificatory action, a course of action that helps one to be free of the impurities of the mind, such as passion, anger, greed, hatred, etc. It is as if you have kindled a mystic fire in the altar of your heart and you pour your impurities into that fire. So each yajna we will discuss. The first one is Deva Yajna. Deva Yajna, this is the first one, which means worshipping God. You may worship God as Rama, Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva, Devi, or as Brahman, or in any manner according to your faith. Worship implies meditation, prayer, repetition of mantra, a divine name, and surrender to God. The aspect of God that you choose for your worship is called your Ishta Devata, your chosen deity. For example, if you have chosen Rama as your Ishta Devata, you meditate upon Lord Rama and repeat the mantra Om Shri Ramaye Namaha. It is important to understand that God is one. However, he may be meditated upon and worshipped in various ways, countless ways. The various gods and goddesses of the Hindu religion are essentially manifestations of one Brahman, the absolute self that is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. He can take any shape, any name, any form according to our individual faith. So Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, may you satisfy the gods by performance of sacrifice. In turn, may the gods thus satisfied enhance your fulfillment. Thus, assisting each other, may you attain the highest good in the form of self realization or nirvana, mukti. This is chapter 3, shloka number 11 of the Bhagavad Gita. A life that is not permeated by the spirit of sacrifice is meaningless, Lord Krishna says. Those good people who eat only what is left from the sacrifice are freed from all the sins, but those evil men who prepare food for themselves alone are eaters of sin. Chapter 3, shloka number 13. The implication is that when you live your life for the satisfaction of your ego or for the sake of sense enjoyments alone, your consciousness continues to contract. You become self centered, and through this process, you are plunged in increasing darkness or ignorance. But when you learn to dedicate your actions, thoughts, feelings, and enjoyments to the indwelling God within you, you begin to follow the path of light. Your consciousness expands and your personality is decked with the fragrant flowers of divine virtues. By performing Deva Yagya, not only do you experience increasing inner joy, but at the same time you contribute to the happiness, peace, and prosperity of the world in a mysterious way. The second yagya is Rishi Yagya. Rishi Yagya is sages who have given us a vast storehouse of knowledge in the form of scriptures. That scriptural knowledge, which is a treasure of immeasurable value, is the heritage of every human being. However, much of the Vedic wisdom has not yet been explored and very little has been introduced to the people. The sages, saints are sharing this knowledge freely and helping all the people caught in the meshes of life and death to help them secure liberation. Humanity at large is not aware of the great treasure that lies in the Sanatana Dharma scriptures. There is a great wealth of knowledge related to psychology and parapsychology in Raja Yoga Sutras. There are profound insights and practical techniques for integrating one's personality to be found in scriptures that are dealing with Jnana Yoga, which is the knowledge of wisdom, yoga of wisdom, Bhakti Yoga, devotion, Raja Yoga, meditation, and finally Karma Yoga, yoga of action, and their numerous ramifications. Integrating all this is known as synthesis of yoga or integral yoga. Rishi Yagya means gratitude to the sages, saints, and to the enlightened masters, and to all the masters who are selflessly sharing this knowledge with anyone who wants to improve their life. So, Rishi Yagya implies studying scriptures for gaining knowledge and in turn sharing that knowledge with others. Adopting this practice, spiritually enlightened personalities become like research scholars. by their insight and experiences, by their examples, thoughts, and writings, they continue to elaborate the scriptural teachings for generations to come. So, just like a scientist who discovers something like the law of gravitation or something, everybody benefits from it, the whole world benefits. Much in the same way, the teachings of the sages and the wisdom of the scriptures expounded by the rishis, the munis, the saints, is belongs to entire humanity. It is not constricted to any particular caste or religion or to a certain philosophy. It becomes global, universal, and thus must be shared freely with all. And that is the yagya. When we do that, when we honor the rishis, when we share those messages with others, we are doing our part of glorifying the rishi yagya. So with that, that's that yagya. The third one is pitri yagya, or forefathers. This form of sacrifice refers to performing special religious rites for pleasing the souls of the forefathers. The spirit of forefathers is said to abide in a particular loka or astral plane, which is called Chandraloka, the plane of the moon. The moon in this context does not refer to the physical moon in the mystical plane of subtle enjoyment. So it's not the moon that's visible to your eyes at night. This moon is more deeper than that, but that's where all the pitris, our departed souls, reside. And the souls of the forefathers, due to their different states of spiritual evolution and their karmas, may abide in different subtle planes, and some of them may be liberated also depending on their evolution. Yet it is the duty of the householders to remember them and perform special worship, prayers, and righteous actions for them. From the ritualistic point of view, householders perform shraddha, or perform an offering of certain rituals, rice, cakes, water, etc. There is also 2 weeks every year, 2 weeks where this festivity comes, where we get to honor the um, our departed souls by performing certain rituals and our offerings of love and affection towards them and prayers towards them to help them evolve further. So they do so on the anniversary of the day of the death, and also on every new moon day and during that 2 week Shraddha period. When this yagya is performed with faith and devotion, the souls of the forefathers that are in hellish conditions, they receive upliftment, while the souls that are in heavenly conditions are led to further enhancements in their joys, and they in turn bless each of you and your future generations. They receive increased satisfaction, strength, and nourishment. So, this is the glory, and we will cover the remaining yagyas in tomorrow's satsang. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.